I'll do it later. 10 more minutes. I'll do it tomorrow. It's okay, I still have time. So boring. To put something off you should be doing voluntarily with no good reason while being aware that it will cause you future problems. That, my friend, is procrastination.
Hey everyone, it's Laurie. Welcome back to my channel. As you guys probably know, today we're going to be talking about how to fix procrastination. So you've just seen like my own definition of procrastination. There's a million definitions out there. But basically it's just putting off something that you have to do, that you will have to do at some point. Even though you know that like you might be worse off by putting it off. So procrastination is a really bad habit that we all have to deal with. Like everybody struggles with it at some point, and we all have to fight it on a regular basis. And it's important to keep in mind that procrastination is just a waste of time, because most times when you're procrastinating, you're doing something extremely unproductive, and you'll still have to spend the time that you're wasting right now on the thing you were supposed to do in the end. What? I went better under pressure. False. You're only saying that because you're the cause of that pressure. You're stressing yourself out and making excuses. A lot of the time, procrastination is actually caused by a lack of discipline. I'm not going to go ahead and tell you like, oh, all you have to do is to be more disciplined, because that's a lot harder than it looks. It's really hard to fix your impulsivity and just forget all the temptations of other stuff you'd like to do instead. We all have this thing where we'd rather just have short-term benefits instead of long-term gain. We don't actually want that, but that's we just can't see the long-term gain, so we go ahead and just do the short-term thing instead. But one thing you really gotta keep in mind is the less you succumb to temptation and the less impulsive you are, the easier it will be to do what you're supposed to do. I don't know if that makes sense. It's kind of like any bad habit. Like the less you do it, the less tempted you'll be of doing it, because you kind of forget that you want to do it. Make sense? Alright, so now let's just jump right into the 10 little tips I have for you all to help deal with procrastination. Number 1, take responsibility. So I'm not saying that you'll never procrastinate ever again, right? But if you catch yourself doing it, when you're aware that you are procrastinating, it's already a good step. And when you notice that you're doing it, the difference between a procrastinator and a successful person that actually gets their shit done is what you're gonna do after that. You know you want to procrastinate, or you know you've been procrastinating. What do you do next? And what's important is that you make the conscious decision of stopping it and do the work instead. So become aware of the behavior and then change it in the moment. Because a lot of the time, some people will just use it as an excuse to continue on procrastinating. They'll be like, oh, well, I already wasted half the day, might as well just start tomorrow or something. No, just stop and start now. Now is better than later, okay? Now is always better than later. Number 2, improve your organizational skills. And I've already have a bunch of videos telling you guys all about it, so I'll try to keep it really short this time. But one of the important things to do is to set priorities, and I've talked about that last week. I showed you how to use a task matrix, so you can check that out. It's going to be linked down below. But yeah, setting priorities and knowing what's the most important thing to do and what you should be doing, and planning your stuff out that way is a really good way to deal with procrastination. If you actually know what you have to do, you're less inclined to procrastinate than when you don't even know what you're going to do. And along that line, number 3 is think about the consequences. So once you know what you have to do and you feel like procrastinating, just think about what's gonna happen if you procrastinate right now. Let's say you have a paper due, and in a couple days and you haven't started on it, and then you just want to watch TV. Think about it. Okay, well, if I started tomorrow, what happens? I only have 1 day to do the whole thing. It's probably going to be really bad. I'm probably not even going to make it to the deadline. And just think about all the horrible things that might happen if you don't do it, and it might help you do it. Number 4 is change your attitude, and that's a really big thing. We all have this lazy little devil on our shoulder that's just no, you can do it later, it's okay, you have time, you'll do it tomorrow, and that kind of stuff. But it's really important to tone that one down and let the little angel on the other side tell you, oh yeah, it's okay, just do it now, you'll be done with it, and all positive thoughts and everything. Let that little angel speak louder and tone down the little devil a bit. Because the thing with procrastination is nobody's gonna do it for you. It's all you. You have the full power to make it stop or to let it go on forever. So what you want to do is really be as tough with yourself as you can, and just treat yourself like you're in the military, and just force yourself to do the work even when you don't want to do it. Number 5 is be realistic. So plan a manageable amount of tasks. Like if there's too many tasks, I've already said that in the past, but if there's too many tasks on your to-do list for today, there's a high chance you won't feel like doing anything. It's kind of like gonna paralyze you because you just have so much to do and you know you won't be able to, so like you're setting yourself up for failure. So try to like plan a manageable amount of tasks for today and break all the big tasks down into smaller steps and spread them out through the week and everything. That should definitely help you like do stuff. Like you're gonna be way more motivated when you check off those little steps than if you just have like one big check mark for like an entire project. Number 6 is stick to a routine. And I've done a video on creating study schedules and routines that I'm gonna link down below. It's really important. Like if you have a routine and you actually do this stuff all the time, it's gonna become a habit and you won't even feel like procrastinating because it's just gonna be natural to do it. So that's the goal of like creating a study routine and like study habits. Another thing is to plan your time right, and I mentioned that in last week's video. But basically when you plan your time right, by planning a little bit more time than what you think you need, just do the work and you might have some spare time to do something fun. Ideally you'll have some time left at the end because you went fast enough, but in the case you procrastinated and like got distracted and everything, you have a bit more time to complete the tasks and still be on time. So you know, like ideally you have some free time. In less ideal cases, you'll still have enough time to finish it. Number 7 is commit to the task. So like I said last week, multitasking is not really good. So try to always focus on one task at a time. And you have to distract the temptations. I know like it's easier said than done, but just distract the temptations. So like turn off your phone, put it on airplane mode, do whatever you want. Turn off your Wi-Fi if you don't need it. Another thing I would suggest, if you really need your laptop, you have some research to do and everything, is just to use a self-control app you can download for free. And what it does is like you put the websites you want to block and it's going to block it for the amount of hours that you set. So like block Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, everything that could distract you, just block it and only allow yourself to go on the websites that you actually need for school. That way you will have to focus on your assignment. Number 8 is a tip I give you guys all the time, but have a reward system. And like treat yourself for every little step that you do. So whenever you check something off, like give yourself a little pat in the back, like give yourself a little bit of something. If you finish a big project and everything, you can treat yourself with something bigger. And another way that you can actually treat yourself is by giving yourself some free time. So when you're working and everything, maybe like try to have like a 50-minute work period, work really well, and then have a 10-minute break. If that's too much for you, you can also try 30 minutes of work for 10 minutes of break, or 20 minutes work, 20 minutes break. Like anything that will work for you. Then number 9 is to use the just do it rules, and there's actually 3 of them. The first one is the 1-minute rule. So whatever takes less than a minute, just do it. So if you have to like put your dishes away or something, or anything that will take you less than a minute, just do it. Whenever you see it, do it. Like no excuses, just do it. Then the second just do it rule is the 5 more rules. So basically whenever you do something, so just set yourself a modest goal, like 10 pages or anything, and when you're done with 10 pages, give yourself a thumbs up and then ask yourself, 5 more? Can I do it? If it's sit-ups, let's say it's working out. Sit-ups, 5 more. Alright, just do it. And then like congratulate yourself and then try it again, like until you really can't. And the third one is to challenge yourself. So this one is more of a big one, but whenever a task is not feeling, whenever you're not feeling up for it, just challenge yourself. Like dare yourself. Be like, I dare myself to finish that task in that much time. Or I challenge myself to finish this task before the end of the week. Challenges to like push yourself, you know. And finally, my 10th tip is really self-explanatory, but it will definitely help you a little bit. Eat better and sleep well. Like if you get enough sleep, you're gonna be more productive, you're gonna feel less lazy, you're gonna have more energy. And same goes with eating better. Like it's gonna give you more energy and you're gonna feel less tired, so you're gonna feel like doing more stuff than if you're really tired. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I had for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed. And make sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more School Tips Saturday and everything. I'll have a new one next week. I also have a DIY coming up tomorrow and another video coming up on Wednesday next week. Next week's School Tips Saturday is going to be on motivation and tips, so how to stay motivated for school and anything that's not motivating you basically. So stay tuned for that. Once again, I just want to remind you guys that procrastination is basically borrowed time, right? Like you'll have to pay it back at some point. So always keep that in mind whenever like you spend hours doing what you're not supposed to do. you'll actually still have to do whatever you were supposed to be doing at some point. And along the same line, just remember, I've seen a workout quote that said the only workout you'll ever regret is the one you didn't do. It kind of goes along the same line. Like whenever you have something to do and you do it, you will never regret like doing your essay. You know, you'll be done with it. You'll never regret like spending the time that you needed to spend on something you had to do. But you might have a lot of regrets if you didn't do it when you were supposed to, and now you're stuck and you're stressed because you don't have enough time, or because you're tired, or any kind of other problems that might arise. So yeah, that's all I had for you guys today. Thanks for watching. I love you guys. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already. Thumbs up this video if you'd like to see more School Tip Saturday coming soon, and let me know if you have any questions down below and any extra procrastination tips or anti-procrastination tips actually. Follow me on Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, all of that. I'll be waiting for you there. I hope you come and talk to me. Thanks for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye!